Okay, we already got 20 something people up in here. What's up, squad?
Hey,
What it do?
how long have you guys been doing these on Zoom?
Shoot, maybe
Like,
like,
when did y'all stop like meeting up?
It's been about a month now, right, Pat?
yeah, I think so. It's been about a month. You like recently started like doing Zoom, like you were kind of still going out or what?
I mean, me and my podcast producer still do them, but it's like it's just me, him, and our producer, and we all like kind of keep our distance and whatnot.
But
But
y'all still meeting up?
what?
Y'all still meeting up, huh?
Huh?
Damn it, Kyle.
Yeah, but it's like very, very low key. But if it, I mean, all of us just kind of stay inside. Other than that, but yeah, it's
Good,
just
man. Sounds like you're meeting up.
yeah.
Hey, Pat, what's going on, man? Why you still got the mask on inside, bro? Have you guys not had a chance to dust or what?
I mean, do you see the mask?
I do. Oh,
That's
is it
That
just
hair
because
got a virus of its own, Pat. What's going on up there, bro? What's
this is kind of what it looked like. You don't want to see me without the mask. I'm fully bearded. I feel like
Pat,
I'm,
you
look
look
the
like
exact
you.
same.
You just
Yeah,
look
you
like
look.
you. There
Like I
is
don't
no.
know what kind of reveal I was looking for. Like
It
if
was
you had bone
nothing.
grills and then like a handlebar mustache. It was very normal.
Yo, man. Welcome to another episode of Damn Internet. You scary. I'm Tahir more,
I'm Patrick Cloud.
and we have a very special guest, Trevor Wallace over there.
Hey,
What's up, man?
It is
hey, thanks
Wallace.
for having me. This was I've been wanting to do this podcast for a while, and I'm glad it finally came
Now that
about.
you're stuck at home, we could
Right.
finally get you.
Yeah, I'm glad a pandemic really brought us together. So
We've been trying to get Trevor on the show for damn near 8-9 months, but he's been booked and busy out here living his best life. Okay, look at you. Don't blush. You deserve it, baby boy.
yeah, life's been good, and now it's at like a halt.
Man.
But I mean, I feel like your content should still be thriving, right? Like, do you make skits
Yes and
on
no.
your own ever?
What's that?
You ever make skits on your own? I feel like a lot of your skits.
Yeah, kinda. The one I just posted today was like on my own. But the thing that I don't like about all this is like it feels like I'm making content for the quarantine instead of stuff I actually want to make. Now I'm like, oh, what could be funny for a pandemic? Because everybody's looking at content through the same like point of view, through the same lens of like we're in a pandemic. And then if you post something that's not pandemic, people are like, I don't want to see like it feels
Right.
weird. I don't know.
I don't know, Trevor. I feel like you are creative enough to where you can post stuff that doesn't have to be centered around that. Because like my review videos I do every day, I actually try to stay away from stuff that is revolving around the pandemic because I feel like people get enough of that from everybody else, especially like news sources. So I always try to go to something like left field. Like last night I was on Twitter, did a deep dive, and I found something called a cock camera, a cock cam.
A what?
You heard right.
I don't think you were on Twitter, my man. What were you finding?
No, Twitter should be renamed. They should name it the Porndemic because it is
Twitter is
ridiculous.
like the one app. I'm like, if I'm in public, I'm like, I might not open this app if there's a child around.
Man, yeah, I made that mistake already.
It's insane, and Twitter just shows you what people like, and it's like your friend like this gangbang. It's like what? Why?
Porn on an elevator.
Yeah,
An elevator full of people.
it is crazy. Which is crazy because you can get banned on Twitter for being like too political. They'll be like detention. But if you post a gangbang just at a park, people are like, that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, that's all right.
I don't see. Did y'all mention Republicans? We're good. We're good. Yeah.
Frisbee, man, for screen.
Yeah, but yeah, I do agree with you Tahir, and I think sometimes I just feel like I'll be like, oh, this character would be funny in the pandemic, but I think I've gotten a lot of those ideas out, and now I'm starting to post stuff that's just more like random stuff. And Pat's really good at that too, just posting the random stuff. But what was this thing you found on last night on Twitter, Tahir?
Cock cam. Look it
I was
up.
about to say, let's get into that.
You can actually find it on Amazon. It's called a cock cam. And it is $179.
Wow.
And it said it had 1080p and it had an infrared night vision camera capabilities, I guess.
And what is this for?
This is exactly what it sounds for. You put it around your cock while you're smashing. It's called a cock cam.
Who wants that
Ham
angle?
or hammer?
Huh?
Ham?
Cam,
H-A-M.
like camera.
Oh, cam. I thought you were saying ham, like
No,
a ham sandwich.
It's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing. It's just how he talks. I understand Tahir.
He has a show revolving around it.
It is I can do it over. It is called a cock camera. Cock ring.
It doesn't say camera. It just says cock cam. You shut up and call it by the correct name.
It's a cock ring with a camera on it.
Mm-hmm.
And my only concern is that the angle would be trash.
It's this.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, who wants that? Because if it's constantly moving, you can't like focus in on one thing. This is like literally just for the slow stroke and only in missionary. Because if you go from the back, all you're getting is the creases of the cheeks. So you just think,
that's dumb. That is dumb. And it's like we have iPhones. What are you talking about?
GoPro is
it's for
serious
hands-free.
right now.
It's for hands-free experience.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Basically, the slogan is exactly what you said. It's exactly what it sounds like. A revolutionary sex toy that allows you to record all of your erotic moments at never seen before angles. Yeah, because nobody wants them. By the way, why does every porn just happen to have the same angle? The cameraman just gets right on the ball sack, and it's just like that. It's for like 5 minutes. It seems like every single porn has that angle. Like
you have to have that angle. Otherwise, it's all speculation. Like if you just see somebody from the waist up, you just like, yeah. I mean, you can see what you're doing, but it's like you want to see it. You might go to porn just to see what tattoos people got. Oh, he got something on his neck. That's pretty interesting. You go for the smash time.
He's a felon. Yeah, exactly. All right, he got a warrant out for his arrest. But
hey, let me ask y'all something. Have y'all ever been turned off by porn because you didn't like the music that they were playing?
I don't do the
music
ones
in general. Music. Like what? Why am I listening to like a dubstep remix of fucking? I don't know.
Right. And I mean, I don't know if Trevor be watching black porn. That's absolutely the next question. But for black porn, a lot of time the niggas be shooting it themselves and they'll use their own mixtape songs, like their own personal songs over it. It's never like Lil Uzi or something. It's always like the dude who's smashing.
All right, first of all, I saw one where one dude was like literally playing Call of Duty while he was smashing. I was just like, nigga, you're not focused at all.
You're working. You're at work.
Or she's trash. That's number one. Then the second one, it was one where the dude had like, I don't know if it's Spotify or iTunes playing, but I was like, this playlist is slapping. I was more impressed by the nigga's musical selection. I was like, this motherfucker rocking right here. I was Shazamming songs. I had to send the link to my iPad to launch it on my iPad so I could Shazam it from my phone.
You Shazammed a porn. That's a new, that is 2020
I Shazammed a song in the porn.
Shazam is just like, get help. And you're like, I don't know that song, but I just love how specific the titles are. I saw one title, it was like, guy rails girlfriend while the Broncos destroy the Seahawks. And I was like, what the? What? Who's being destroyed here?
What?
It was. I had to take a screenshot. It was so funny, but
why did the football part of it sound just as sexual? Like the Broncos destroy.
Broncos do have a very rabid fan base, so they might be scrolling. We haven't had a good year in a while. I'm gonna check this out.
That's a lot. I haven't been watching a lot of quarantine porn.
It's just like depressing. I think nothing about quarantine is like erotic. Like
no, I think it got desensitized.
Why don't you just pick a different word?
I had to see it through. I had to see it through. Bro, I didn't go to sleep this morning till like 6 a.m. And I was back up for the weekly call. And I just like I took 2 pills for melatonin and I still couldn't go to sleep. Like,
is your sleep schedule messed up or?
Oh, it's fucked. My sleep schedule is fucked, man. It's.
I mean, I'll be going to sleep.
Huh?
What time y'all be going to sleep?
I went to sleep at 4:30 last night because I was editing something. But like, if I'm not tired in the day, I can't just fall asleep. Like, that's why I liked the hustle that I was on. Is like I would go to bed and fall asleep immediately because I was so tired from the day. But now I'm like just laying there, my sink dripping, and I'm like, well, I got to get that fixed now. You know, little shit.
I went from the bed. I was falling asleep all day. That's the crazy shit. I was falling asleep all day, and then I went to the bedroom. I laid down. Almost dozed off, woke up. I didn't want to make too much noise, so I went to the living room, almost dozed off, woke up, went back to bed, and it was about 5:45 before I laid down. And then I woke back up at like 9-something to get ready for the 10 o'clock call. I was like, my sleep schedule is fucked, bro. I went on a drive last night. Just, I like taking advantage of the highways now because it's like super clear. So I put on some music, go for a drive. Bro, my sleep schedule is fucked, bro.
I did the drive thing recently too. That's when the world is at a halt. I was like, I'm gonna go for a drive right now.
What is this? You guys private eyes? I feel like it's black and white when you guys are doing
Well,
it.
it's like you do it. You listen to a few like old school Drake songs. I put on "Take Care," went for a drive, and then I was like, I think I'm good now.
You playing Drake? You risking it, man. You playing Drake while you driving on a lonely highway. You'll start crying. You'll fuck around and crash into a barricade or something.
It was weird, man. I was
Drake and drive.
I didn't like it.
Hold on, wait. Did you say no Drake and drive?
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
I must have missed that because that is hilarious.
That
no
is
Drake and drive.
So wait, what are y'all doing during the day? Like, what is? I mean, I'd be asking you a lot to hear, but like, Trev, what is like a Trevor? I don't know what white people do when they're bored.
We stroke dogs like this. We eat a lot of Gushers, and we complain about what Trump is doing. Dude, it's pretty like I woke up at 1 today. I was about to go for a walk, and then Tahir hit me and was like, you want to hop on? I was like, yeah. It's like, it's weird because everybody has so much availability. It's almost too free. Like certain people will hit me up, be like, hey man, you want to do my podcast? Not you guys. I love you guys. But like,
I was about to say, this is right after we were the example in this story.
Perfect timing. But I'm saying like people that I've been kind of like ducking for a while.
Yes.
Like, I know you got time. What you got going? You got anything this week? We're open. And you're like, everybody knows you're available right now.
Yeah. I definitely had that. Definitely had to happen lately. And I just been like, but I've been just saying no. I really started being like, because I posted something last night, like, stop saying yes to shit you don't want to do. And lately I just be like, nah, I can't do it, man. And one, because we're working on so much shit with All Def. Like, All Def I feel like we're filming more now than we did before the quarantine. It's like literally crazy. Huh?
All just through Zoom?
Zoom and this other website. Fuck, Pat, we were supposed to try the other website today. There's another website we got wind up. What's it called, Pat?
I don't even know.
Yeah, Doe just sent it to us, and he was like, you get to read the comments in real time on the actual site, so you don't have to like have YouTube launched on the side and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's more interactive, and it streams to like Facebook and YouTube too. So we went to do that, but like, bro, it's just like staying ahead of the curve, man. When we did All Def Con, it was like I didn't even understand the concept of it, but it went off without a hitch, and it was so dope, and it was cool to be on like the front side of that wave because other companies are going.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, people been like emailing me like crazy. Like they're starting new apps where you can like meet with your fans for like 5-minute increments, and you're like, you get a time slot, like a meet and greet, but virtually. And it just sounds so weird, but I guess that's the world we live in right now. Like people
are you charging for that?
What's up?
Are you charging for that?
They just hit me up. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. It just sounded kind of weird, but like I randomly went on Omegle the other night. You guys know what that is?
Mm-mm.
It's like chat roulette where you can just you just type with random people, but you can type in like for you guys, you can type in a common interest. So you could put like damn internet you scary, like for shit, and then all your fans will pop up, and then you can just kind of talk to them. I did that for just to talk to some people just randomly. It's pretty cool, like just seeing how excited people got, and just kill some time.
We had that option on the All Def Con, and you could go to, it was called Network, and you basically get to talk to a person for, I think it's like a minute or two. I think it was 2 minutes. So like we were able to like in between the sessions break out because there was a DJ playing music, so we could break out the networking. And I met with like probably like 10, 12 people. I met some people in London. They was like, yo, when you're over here next time, hit us up. We'll show you the black side of London. And I was like, I never got to see the black. I did all the tourist shit. So I was like, I definitely want to
side of London.
Yeah. So
that's like, where 21 Savage grew up.
It's gonna take me to all the places where Top Boy was shot. And I was like, all right, let's do
it.
I've never seen it.
I just want some good food, but yeah, that works too. Yeah.
London doesn't have.
Yeah, we're probably gonna start. We're probably gonna have to start having like exclusive like Zoom chats with our Patreons or something like that.
Yeah,
something
talk about that. So for all you guys watching, just a heads up, we are going to start taking emails and just randomly hitting people up. We'll let you know like the hour before or the day before that you won, and we're just gonna start interviewing some of the patrons, man. Get them involved in it, and they've been supporting us from day one. So, learn some more about them while you guys are learning about us. Same time.
But before I forget, Trev, do you watch black porn?
I do. I dabble. Oh, that's hot. Yeah.
Please. Let's. I've always wanted to know this point of view, but I didn't know how badly until just.
I think Meg asked me this at ADD one time in front of like an aggressive amount of people at the office. And I was like, Meg, do you even know what porn is? Like, what? Leave me out of this. I think like because honestly, body's just crazy. It's just good ass, good tits, and it's just
good ass, man.
I literally feel like I hit a point in my life where like I transferred from a boob to an ass guy, and that's when I became a man. Like that. Not when I grew a mustache, not when I had a bar mitzvah at 13, like a little Jewish boy that I was, but when I was like, ass is always been here. It's just been in front of me, and I wasn't utilizing it.
It just wasn't popping yet.
I have a good story that I don't know if I've ever told it. The first black girl I hooked up with, we went back to her hotel, and I tell her to go do like doggy, and she goes, I don't think you can handle that. And I thought we were like dirty talk playing around, and I was like, yeah, okay, all right, sure. Like, I can't handle it. I could not. I nut so quick. It was an insane ass. It was. She told me not flirting, but as like a terms and conditioning like warning, like you will not be able to handle it.
Don't.
Like you have 0% chance. Like I know what I'm capable of back there.
Yo,
so you caught it, but you fumbled it.
Oh, hard. I caught it on the 50-yard line, fumbled it on the 49. I just.
Damn.
And
how quick? It was almost immediately?
What's up?
It was almost immediate or what?
It was quick. Well, because we had done some, like, I think we were like just like normal stuff. And then like I asked to do that. And then the funniest part, I remember her being like, damn, it's my birthday. And you're just going to finish that quick. And I was just like.
You did her like that on her birthday?
I was so, yeah, it was.
Damn.
Yo, Trevor, I didn't realize you're Jewish. You're Jewish?
I am, yeah.
My mom never knew that.
My dad's Christian. So by association, I don't know how they got this in their contracts, but if the mom is Jewish, then everybody is.
Wow.
They just override the dad. I don't know, like.
That's really crazy. It's so much crazy stuff I learned about like Jewish religion. Like you guys have the funerals super fast. Like the funerals like in 3 or 4 days after the person passes, right?
Yeah, they're quick.
And really? Then there's like a celebration like for a week or something like that. You guys in remembrance of a memorial?
I don't know. I haven't been to too many funerals to be honest. But
Jewish people be living a long ass time too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, we all start to look the same. About like 40, we all just morph into the same Larry David looking character, So, yeah, I think it is pretty quick to be honest. I mean, yeah, it's in the same week usually.
Yeah, I heard it's like within like 48 or 72 hours that they have to have.
That's aggressive. That is.
That's quick, bro.
48.
Like that also goes to say like how much money they just got saved up that they could just drop 10 G's on a casket, a plot, a headstone, and all of that.
Wait. 10 G's is how much a casket costs?
No, 10 G's is the cost of like a funeral. Most funerals average between $7,000 and $12,000. That's like that's average. Like if you want extravagant and all of that type of stuff, a funeral can get up to like $18,000, bro.
Damn.
All right, well, I'm sorry we got to funerals, but back to this black porn. Trevor, does it feel weird? Like, what do you type? Do you type like ebony? Do you type like black ass? Like
black ass?
What are you?
Hefty dunks.
Well, I think light skin is just it's more of a.
You type light skin?
Welcoming. Yeah, light skin is more of like a welcoming kind of like porn search, I mean, it's just kind of like, and then it just opens up that door and then you're just looking around, browsing, clicking.
What about chocolate booty? Not your thing?
Chocolate booty? Is that, am I missing out on something?
I don't know. It seems like light skin is very specific.
Trevor types in chocolate derriere and it's.
Oh, yeah.
Rumper or a thumper?
I type in cacao, 70% cacao.
That is quite hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, I wanted to get into our first story. This warning has been out since March, but New Yorkers were actually warned to not perform rim jobs because it may increase COVID-19 risk. So apparently, I mean, there's all these memes that saying that eating booty would defend you from COVID, when actually, I guess eating booty is it increases your risk.
Yeah, anybody eating ass in a pandemic, I think we're good to let them just catch the COVID. You know, if that's where your mind's at right now, you need like 2 to 3 weeks of just isolation. I don't want you to pass away from it, but you need to be alone for 2 weeks just to gather your thoughts and be like, I was really out here.
How much booty eating is happening?
I don't know. New York eats a lot more ass, which is concerning because they got a lot more humidity out there.
Oh, it's eating sweaty booty. Sweaty, moist booty.
Yeah.
And how bad is it if the Department of Health in New York City issued like an official warning to not perform butt eating? Like eating butt increases COVID. That's ridiculous. I thought it was our protection.
You thought eating butt was your protection?
You know, I mean, like to build that immune system up. It's like how kids that used to play in dirt and wash their hands with mud have like strong immune systems, you know? I thought the eating butt was our first line of defense, but I was wrong.
That's your first line straight to salmonella is what you're going to get. You're going to get that and pink eye.
Yeah. I mean, it must have been a weird conversation for like a guy to like convince his girl. They're like, all right, honey, take off the mask. Like, trust me. I read an article on Twitter. Let me eat your ass. It's beneficial for the both of us.
You're saying he went in with the mask on?
Oh, well, he like took it off and was like, babe, you gotta let me eat your ass. I read it on Twitter.
Well, if you're breaking lockdown to go eat butt, you're right. That's where the line is drawn.
I mean, at this point, I think people will try anything just to, get around it. That honestly isn't the wildest thing. I think that will happen,
No, not at all. Because also there's another report that landlords are starting to ask female tenants for sexual favors in exchange for rent.
So Pornhub is just a musical now. It's a full-on Pornhub on ice.
Pornhub is factual at this point. It's just reality TV.
The funniest part is like picturing like a landlord watching porn one night, and he's like, "Damn, if they can do it on there, maybe I can do it in real life." Like he had like that look up. He's like, "How does?" Yeah. And then he gets it, and the girl's like, "What do you? I have money. What do you want? What do you want?"
That's ridiculous.
They're saying that they suggested sending sexual photos, and which is still pretty bad, but it's like how do you summon up? How are you that bold to just be like, "Hey, Karen, you're 3 days late," like.
You absolutely know how you are that bold. That rich people do it all the time. You ever seen a rich guy talk down to like the waiters or how they talk to chicks and stuff like that? They feel like when they're in a position of power because they have money or assets at that point, it's just a matter of asking. So like Pat, you got a nice crib. If you're the person you guys are renting from was like, "Yo, Pat, you send me a helicopter of that dick, and you ain't got to worry about this much mortgage." What's up, Pat? What you gonna do? You gonna tell them to just sign up for your OnlyFans page, or you gonna go?
How bad is my financial situation? That's good.
And hide your identity. Nobody will know.
No, I'm not doing that. I will fight him before I actually send him a helicopter dick, or I'll just send him to meatspin.com. Anybody who's never known what meatspin.com is, don't do it.
There you go.
Don't do it. That's wild. How do you do that? Like, that's such an awkward conversation to just kind of like sneak in, just like, "Hey,
I mean, but landlords are always real shady people. I've never met a landlord to me like they don't have porn on their phone at any given image.
I've never met like a solid looking landlord now that I think about it.
Every time I pay my landlord, I'm like, "I don't trust you with this money, but here you go. I'll talk to you next month."
You treat him like a drunk?
Yeah, dude. Like every landlord I've ever had, I'm like, where does this money actually go?
Because I ain't seeing no renovations around this motherfucker. So what are y'all doing with this?
Renovating the worst stuff. Yeah, we added a bougainvillea plant. For who? My dishwasher doesn't work, but it's a bougainvillea. What does that
A
even mean?
bougainvillea? Is that how you say that? I've been saying that wrong my whole life.
How you been saying it?
Bougainvillea?
Yeah, you've been saying it wrong.
It ain't bougainvillea?
I mean, I don't know.
You said it like 3 times in a row confidently, so I feel like it is bougainvillea.
But also, I'm trash at ordering at any restaurant that's not an American place. Every time I go to an Italian spot, I got to point to the menu and just let them finish. I'll get the carbone. Yeah, I'll eat that one.
Are y'all going like Postmates crazy yet?
A little bit. I've been ordering a lot, but are you guys?
Too much.
I'm still scared of that, man. It's like, cause that is all the food's already getting prepared by somebody different, and now it's gonna be in a vehicle by another person. So like that's 2 to 3 possible exposures to something that they might be asymptomatic and don't even know that they have it. So I'm always like leery. I'm just like, I'll take my chance with just cooking myself, bro.
That is the weird part. And like mentally, I'll just like take a napkin and like wipe down the top of the lid. I'm like, yeah, napkin can beat COVID.
Napkin?
Well, like that, if I have like any hand sanitizer, like put like where or I don't grab the bag where they're holding it. If they're holding it by the handles, I'll like grab it by the bottom. I'm like, thank you, good sir. And then I walk away like a butler, you know?
But you just be taking a raw napkin and just wiping things down like that's doing something?
Mentally, yeah.
I just reset the mental.
Oh,
that's
yeah. It's all up here. You know?
What's crazy is that like not only is like Postmates going up, apparently like Amazon, like people are just like quarantine buying a whole bunch of shit. Yeah. And Amazon is now worth $1.1 trillion because of a surge of orders following the outbreak. And it's crazy because like we were just talking about shady looking people. Jeff Bezos looks like Satan to me. Like he literally looks like he could be the devil. Something about him is just like.
You know what it is? It's older guys with no hair and no facial hair. I just don't trust them. It's like, why are you trying to stay looking young? Why? Who did you sell your soul to? Why you trying to? Where's your facial hair?
Like Lex Luthor to me. Like he just looks like a villain, and he has like enough money to be Lex Luthor. So it's like, are we gonna see him become a villain?
I don't even know how many zeros are in a trillion, to be honest. That's a number that's not even fathomable.
It sounds fake, doesn't it? It sounds like
rhyming billion with trillion.
Yeah.
And there's gazillion. Is gazillion real?
I think gazillion is an actual
rhyming aliens. I don't know what is going on.
Yo, you know who's winning right now? Target. Target and Walmart are winning because outside of supermarkets, they're really the only 2 department stores that are open.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because like literally, what was it about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Target was like on a downward spiral, bro. Like they were about to be what Kmart is now, like just completely vanished. And they had like a rebranding thing and with Massimo and all that shit. And they came back and like now Target is that. The only thing about Target is like you plan to go there and get like 2-3 things. And then you always end up spending at least $100. Like every time I go to Target, at least $85 to $100, unintentional.
Oh yeah,
I just
stuff too.
My brother just sent me a photo from like being in line, and it's literally like a bar now. Like it's like lines halfway down the street to get into Target, and it's just like, what? You literally got to set aside like 3 hours to go shopping for groceries now.
But you know what? It's crazy because the bigger ones, they typically don't have the lines. It's usually like the ones that are like one level. But like the one out here where I'm at, it's 3 levels. So like we don't ever have a line. The only lines we have are like when we're checking out. You got to stand like the 6 feet away from each other and stuff like that. But other than that, you get to go straight in for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely need to go shopping. And one thing on my shopping list is Magic Spoon cereal. So, this is actually pretty dope. I've always been like a cereal kid growing up, and I used to always buy like the super sugary marshmallowy cereals, and that's just like a huge nostalgia thing for me. And but you know, at some point you kind of have to give it up because it's full of sugar and all this stuff that you shouldn't be able to eat. But now Magic Spoon is basically like this adult cereal that tastes how breakfast cereal used to when we were kids. So it has 0 sugar, 12 grams of protein, 3 net grams of carbs at each serving. It has like cocoa, fruity, frosted, and blueberry. So you kind of get those old, those old school flavors instead of the boring adult cereal. And it tastes amazing.
First of all, the fruity is my favorite. Okay,
really,
my favorite. But I mixed the frosted and the chocolate.
Oh, really? Oh, that sounds fire.
It was actually pretty fire. And you can mix like the blueberry with the fruity, and it gives it another taste too. Like, I love it.
Experimenting.
Yeah. Hey, man, you got to try it out. One of the dopest things about Magic Spoon is that it's also like keto friendly. So it's keto friendly, it's gluten free, it's grain free, it's soy free, it's low carb and GMO free. Like, this is the cereal for the working adult that still loves cereal, but you also like want to get summertime fine. You know what I'm saying?
Not trying to have all the little characters and marshmallow bits in your cereal, and it's fire. My favorite is the chocolate. That one is just like it just gives me. If I feel like it should have a Saturday morning cartoon for it or something
attached to it.
Yeah. So you go grab your own at magicspoon.com and use magicspoon.com/DIYS and grab a variety pack so you can try all of them. Be sure to use our promo code though, DIYS at checkout, and you get free shipping. And they're so confident in their product that it's backed with an 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked.
Boom, there it is.
Ooh, y'all gotta send me a box of that. I'm looking at it right now. It looks good.
He's like, Magic Spoon.
Let me check this out.
Cereal, bro,
I like magic.
And I love spoons. Shout out to Pat for giving me these smooth glasses, man. I drink, anytime I drink coffee, I'm always drinking out of this glass, bro. This is like my favorite glass.
Hey, he's using the glass. You know what? That actually reminds me of a funny tweet that I saw, and I just did a video to it. It said, I don't know who needs to hear this, but being in quarantine does not mean you have to get drunk every day. And I was just like, well, Twitter needs to mind their own damn business. Because that has...
Why does anybody care,
It makes being at home doing nothing actually fun. Like, I get why it would just be like, if you weren't doing that, you'd just be like, man, I'm trying to go somewhere. But if you just lit, you just be watching Netflix, be fucking playing games. It's a good time.
Have you guys been binging on anything good? Have you guys seen anything good that you would recommend?
The Toys That Made Us is really, really interesting.
Oh, yeah. I watched that when it first came out. I love that show.
That one is like, you had no idea how much drama is behind just like the Barbie and Ninja Turtle toys and stuff. I saw Hereditary. That was a big ass waste of time.
Really? I was thinking about watching.
I've been watching a lot of like Chopped. Yeah, Hereditary. It's 2 hours and it's not good. I've been watching like cooking shows like Chopped.
Chopped. I'll tell you what. If you ever watch Chopped, little smoked, it's great. Because the editing and like the dramatic music is so funny to me, and like the intense zooms. I wanted to make a video on it, but I don't know if it's too niche. I'm just like how they edit it. It's like so fast paced, and then the dramatic music. Chopped is a hilarious show.
It's funny that you say that because I for sure made a couple comments on the editing, and I feel like the editors sort of like did some of the contestants wrong a little bit with the editing, because I know that that's not how it happened. But there'll be times that like they'll taste it, and then the chef that's judging will like go right into something negative that I know, like just cadence wise, they didn't even. That's not how it happened. But they'll be like, it needs a little bit more salt, and then they'll cut to one of the other people, make a face like, but I'm like, that's not when they did that face. That you just made the
backbone of reality. I think editing keeps reality TV strong, and that's why they get you next week on, and they'll be like, you gotta cook with a Skechers shoe, and then the judge is like,
did you say a Skechers shoe?
Have you seen the show? They go out the most wild. In one of the episodes, I watched on a plane. One of the Chopped episodes, they had to cook with a hot dog cake, which is a cake with hot dogs in it. Anybody that knows how to cook with that has done methamphetamines in their life.
That's wow, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't like about this. Like, I just want them to go into the basket and be like, turkey breast, pasta, and sauce. Like, what can you make with that? Like, I want to know how to make. But it's usually like hot Cheetos, sour gummy worms, and like lime soda. It's like, I'm not going to use any of this. What is this?
Yeah.
And some of the older white chefs be getting mad. They'll be like, this is not why I joined culinary.
They did not teach this in Le Cordon Bleu.
Yeah, it's aggressive, but that's why I love it. It's
reality TV is so crazy scripted, bro. Like from everything I've found out about, like even when I did Yo Mama, like we had to write out all our jokes and send them in to get approved by producers before we could even say them. Like it was ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Could you imagine if Roast Me had to be scripted? That would be
oh god. Oh, I would die inside. If that ever happens, just know I'm dead inside.
I think that's why the show did so well. It was just uncut and raw. But like, Yo Mama, like they probably, God, that's so annoying. It probably took all like the heat out of it. Like when somebody says something, or it's like, okay, can we take that again? Like, could you imagine?
Yes.
Hey, can we get that again from Pat? Like that would ruin all momentum.
Oh my God! And they changed Tahir's life. They changed his backstory. They were just like, St. Louis, yeah, you're from Atlanta now.
They gave me a house and everything, set up a room. They had me bring down some stuff from my actual house, and they set it up in this room like it was actually my pictures, books, photo albums, awards, my diplomas, all that shit, bro.
They're like, here's a cane and glasses. You're like, for what? They're like, you're blind now.
You grew up blind and you're Chinese.
You try to roast people and your vision came back, and you're like, I don't.
Like even with what is it? House Hunters. Like I love House Hunters on HGTV. But like even that's hella scripted because the house that they end up choosing at the end of the 3, they've already like done the paperwork and shit on that house. So it's not really like, oh, we're looking at these 3 options. They go into that shit knowing the house that they're gonna get because they've done the paperwork. There's no way they can start a show with them potentially getting a house and then they end up don't getting the house. So
you guys ever watch
it was done prior to.
Did you ever watch Room Raiders?
Yes, I loved that show.
That show was hilarious, but when you think about it, they just grabbed you out of your room and then they're like, all right, get in the van.
Kidnapping.
They walk in on a guy jerking off. I feel like, you know.
That's a funny show to bring up, especially since we're talking about like secret productions. Because like if we knew half of what we knew now, that show would have never we would have been like, yeah, right.
Back to the van, they see another dude and they're like, oh, what's up, Tyler? And he's like, oh yeah. How's it going? This is a normal Tuesday.
That's why ignorance is so bliss, man. Like, because the older you get, the more you read, the more you learn, you start to poke holes in everything, like all your favorite movies, all your favorite shows. Like, I was thinking about Weekend at Bernie's. Y'all remember Weekend at Bernie's?
Mm-hmm. I've never seen it, though, but I know what it's about.
Yeah, so, like, Weekend at Bernie's, like, it was about one of the guys' uncle named Bernie, and they go to visit him, and he died. It wasn't the uncle? Who was it? His boss. His boss named Bernie. They go to visit him. Bernie's dead, right? Yeah. So they spend the weekend trying to like cover up the fact that he's dead. So they're walking with him and tying his leg to their leg with a string and walking down.
Dark, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, bro, now that I've watched Law and Order, I'm like, where the fuck is the rigor mortis? The rigor mortis would have set in like 3 hours after he's dead. There's no way you would have been walking with this stiff-ass mannequin corpse all over the fucking weekend. He's falling off the boat and all in the water. And they had a Weekend at Bernie's too. It's like, bitch, how is he not buried by now or stinking? Like,
this is the creepy version. This is the creepy version of what we were talking about with Room Raiders.
No, it all ties in about how ignorance is bliss. It's all just tying into how ignorance is bliss. That's all I'm saying.
One of my homies does sound on a really big reality show, and he basically says that there's everything has a budget but alcohol. So there's an unlimited alcohol budget that's for some reason, like alcohol is left off of the budget so that they can just keep the contestants drunk the entire time, which increases drama. And the producers egg on like the cast members based on little things. So it's like, let's say we had a reality show and like I left my dishes and Trev was like, Pat left his dishes again. They would like, the producers that filmed that scene would go to like me and be like, hey, Trev's talking shit, blah, 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 blah. And they would like egg on things and like cause little dramatic moments to keep it going. And then they would just cut it however, like in whatever way to make a story, even if nothing happened that whole day. They'll just like make drama in the edit. It's pretty fucked up.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's like,
that's what people want though, man. We've proven that's what people want. People love drama. People love to see you on a downward spin. That's why like breakup albums are the best from artists. That's why when Chance came out with his last album talking about how much he loved his wife, we was like, man, shut the fuck up, bro.
Beat on her.
I don't want to see you happy for real. You ain't watching Kardashians just to see what things they are doing great for the community. You be like, I want to see Kim and this shit and talking shit to Courtney. Like that's why we love drama. So they was like, yeah, we got it. Figured it out.
Producers are mad evil. I did this show on MTV. It ended up getting cut, but it was like Wipeout, and you would have to do these crazy tasks, and the producers would be yelling at you, be like, for me, they'd be like, look at this unathletic fuck. You can't carry a ball while you're running on a treadmill, and they're just digging at you, and then eventually you just snap, and then they take that 5-second clip of you snapping, and then they're like, we got it.
Did that happen to you?
Yeah. Because, I had to do some crazy shit where I had to run on like a treadmill that was probably the size of like a king size bed, and you had to carry you had a pie plate on your head. It was like Wipeout. And you had to have a dodgeball balance on your like a pie plate while you from still ground run onto a sprinting treadmill and then jump over a ribbon while keeping that on your head. I fell so many times. And you had a certain amount of lives, so I think you had 9 lives, and I was just, after 4, I was just falling on purpose, you know?
Was there padding or something, or did it hurt, or what?
Some pads on, but it still hurt. I have like a scar on my like foot from it. Like it was, but the whole time, the producers are back there be like, well, you don't know how to run? And you're like, I fucking do know how to run. Just, it's a treadmill. And then they're like, you've never been to a gym, fatty? And you're, oh, God.
And then after you cut, they were the same people that were like, good job, man. Thank you so much for coming.
They're like, all right, there's orange juice in the snack section.
And you were like, fuck you.
That's a psychopath to just turn it on and off like that. You're a fucking psychopath, bro.
I could not do that.
Reality TV producers got to be gnarly. They're some of the most evil people, I feel like.
Did they get a clip of you freaking out on them?
I never saw it because I was on episode 11, and after 2 episodes, it got canceled.
You know who else sucks? The producers for like game shows or like anytime you're doing audience work. When I first moved out here, I had to like do some audience work and shit. And bro, like when you are like back tier audience, not like front tier audience, they treat you like shit. Cause like all they care about is making sure every ass is in the seat. So like they're very strict about like water breaks. They're very strict about letting you use the bathroom. If you're just audience, they don't feed like literally 6-8 hours you're there filming, and you might get like a granola bar. Like they it's the worst and the lowest of the lowest when it comes to Hollywood, man. They treat audience members in game shows like
you never really think about those like cheering happy people in the game show audience being miserable.
They are miserable. It's not like a talk show. You go to a talk show, they're great. Hey guys, because like talk shows, they have warm-ups. That guy comes out, he tells jokes, he plays games, he throws t-shirts, all that shit. Game shows, when you're gonna be there 6 hours, bro, they are trash. Man. Trash to the audience. As now as the talent, wow, I had a great time. When I did Snoop show, Joker's Wild, when I won that money, I was like, they treat me like a king. Audience, shit.
I already did extra work for like 2 months in college. I was like, got to see like the NBC lot and stuff. I did a court show, which was like, fam, I thought they did that in the courthouse. Nope. Definitely a set that's cut off, like, and just like no more court if you go any wider than the camera is. And it's like, it was weird. There's like a whole community of people, and there's like extras who've been extras for a long time. So they are shitty to the other extras. They're like, yeah, you know, I just did Judge Judy, and you know, I was in the background of this, and then I was in the background of this, and I was in the audience of this, and you're just like listening to these people like with their heads up their own ass, and it's such a weird world because it's like
you're being an extra.
You said what?
You're bragging about being an extra. It's like
the same way people are like shitty to each other in like the acting world. It's exactly like that in the extra world. It's wild. I think that's why Key and Peele did that skit about like the zombie extras and how they were like all shitty and stuff. That I feel like that's a big thing in like Hollywood sets is like all the extras. Because I know people who are like extras in like big things, and it's like the shit to them. They're like, yeah, go to 17 minutes in this episode. You'll see me. I'm drinking coffee. And
I saw somebody post that the other day. It was like,
what?
They were just like, download Quibi if you want to see 4 seconds of me. And it's like, what? I'm going to download Quibi so I can see you eat a brownie with your latte?
And then the steal is never good either. The steal is always them like Like emotion. There's always emotion, so it's always blurry. So it's like
I know people who have.
That's me.
I know people who have thrown full kickbacks, invited family over to just be like Law and Order, like dun 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 dun, and they'll be like, "Hang on, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming." It'll be like, and everybody will be like, "Yo, pause it, go back, pause it," and people like.
That's your hand. That's for sure your hand, bro.
Their friends would be like sending them screenshots like, this was you? That's my friend. And it's just like
really out here.
Man, I don't ever tell people about shit that I'm in because I know how much shit can change in post. Like, it's ridiculous. But like, you guys seen the movie Whiplash?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the guy from Farmers Insurance. What's his name? What's that guy?
Black dude?
Not a white dude.
Bald guy,
Farmers
right?
Insurance. J.K. Simmons. Amazing movie. I suggest every artist, like no matter what field of artistry you're in, go watch that movie. It's an amazing movie. One of my favorite movies. It's called Whiplash. I got about the movie and about the soundtrack. Like that's how much I'm into it. Dope ass movie. I think it got nominated, all that type of shit. Tony Baker was in that movie. What? He was in Whiplash.
Doing what?
They cut his scene out before it went to the big screen.
Really?
It's like, bro, like he still got the IMDb credit and he still got a check, but like he's not even in the movie, bro. So it's like one of the episodes of Insecure I was on. We filmed this scene for like 3 hours, right? We had got a penthouse, and this was like season 3. It was Neil's bachelor party, so like we got a whole lot of extra guys in there, and then it's me, Lawrence, and Neil, and we're throwing money at strippers and all that stuff, and we're clinking glasses and making toast and all this shit. Literally shot this scene for 3 hours, bro. When it aired, it was a fucking montage. I was in the screen for like this. Only reason people knew I was on the episode is because they watched the credits and they was like, to hear more. They was like, yo, you was in this episode? I was like, yeah, you got to rewind back to like 7 minutes and 32 seconds in. That's why I don't never be promoting it, dog, because like you never know how they going to cut you in or cut you out of something, bro. Like literally.
They made it a montage? That's the worst.
Bro,
that's literally
it was just like,
scenario.
It was literally him recalling what he had did like over the past 3 days or something like that. And it was like, do, like little clips. People don't even like, I was in 4 episodes over 2 seasons of Insecure, and people only remember like one scene.
People are for sure throwing parties, like watch and like viewer parties, and they just got cut out but didn't know it. And they're like, all right, guys, I'm in this next scene. And then they're just waiting.
When they don't know.
Rolling, and they're like, did we miss it?
Ooh, that must be the worst. That must be the worst. I know I've heard of actors who didn't know they were cut until they were at the premiere of the movie with their people. And it's just.
You got the nicest rental suit on. You got a date and everything.
Can you imagine, like, there's only like 10, 15 minutes left of the movie, and you're like, man, I don't know if they're gonna. What are they
of the movie? Is this like
I feel like I should have been like 40 minutes ago. I feel like when they were building up to the climax, I should have been in that scene because that was the one we started.
I was in the origin story.
Yeah, you're like the baby character. You're like, maybe they'll show me at the end. They'll show me in the hospital. Yeah.
Did y'all see that movie Fighter with Christian Bale and Mark Wahlberg?
I don't think so.
It was about these 2 brothers, Christian Bale and Mark Wahlberg, and they were both like fighters. And Christian Bale's character had got into drugs and all that type of stuff. And they were shooting this documentary on him. And he thought that they were shooting a documentary on him being like this famous fighter and all that shit. And the whole time he's like trying to train Mark Wahlberg and all that shit. But he's bragging on this shit, but he's still like a dope head. And so he gets arrested toward the time when they actually like debut the documentary. And it's all about like how he's a crackhead and all this shit. So he had the whole jail sitting down watching this fucking documentary. Then they start showing the shit. He was just like, turn this shit off. It's like, nah, you a crackhead, fam. Face the music.
Yeah, put Oprah on. God damn it.
All right, I have a quick question. This for Tahir. Speaking of random work, you called out Tony Baker for doing some random work. Tahir, what does Calais mean to you?
Weren't you on some medical commercial?
What does what mean to me?
Calais. I might be saying it wrong. Kalles.
I don't know why. What is that? Is that something I did?
I'm gonna flash it. I'm gonna flash you the product, and I just want to see if you know what this is.
Oh shit! Don't do that, please.
Do it.
Please don't do it.
Do it.
Please don't do this, Pat.
Let me tell you guys.
No, Pat, please don't.
How random, but also how weirdly connected this nigga Tahir is. Listen, this would have never reached me. It should have never reached me. But once upon a time, I dated a Swedish girl, and she ate like this fish roux, and it's like weird. It's like this toothpaste. It's like this. It's almost like this toothpaste bottle that you squeeze, and like fish eggs come out, and you can use it as a spread.
It's like a bottled caviar is what it is.
So KALLES is the name of the brand, and when she offered me some, I was like, no, what is this fish tube? So I started doing some personal research on it, or she showed me an advertisement or a commercial, and I was like, is that Tahir? Tahir did a Swedish commercial.
Get that money up. Yes, sir.
I
did some other commercial that was like you did some commercial that you got a lot of exposure, but what was it for? It was like a medicine or something?
Yeah, because it was a commercial, and it was like print, and it was cable. So it ran on like all the platforms and shit. It was a nice little payday, but yeah, man.
You'd be working. I was like, who hooked him up with a Swedish company? And it was like, I feel like you had like a black wife in the photo, or was it video? I only saw the photo.
No, it was just me. They were doing like testimonials individually, and they was like, asked me, so what do you think? And I was like, oh yeah, this is really good. And after it was like cut, I was like, oh. It was so salty and so fishy. It was like literally caviar in a toothpaste container. It was the worst shit I had ever had in my life. And they was like, oh yeah, this is really big in Sweden. I was like, well, keep that shit over there.
Oh wait, the print ad of you, it was kind of like you and a woman at the park.
That was something different. That was for the medicine one. Yeah.
That was the medical one. Okay.
That's the one I've seen.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. Well, that's probably why I couldn't find the photo. But if you guys can find this video of Tahir on a Swedish commercial, please.
What year was that?
Huh?
What year was that?
Man, I was at my old apartment, so that it had to be around 2013, 2012.
Okay, valid.
It was.
Was it at like Venice Beach or something?
Yep. It's like Venice or Santa Monica, one of them.
Wait a minute.
Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro.
Play it.
It's time for the next ad.
Wait a minute.
That's brought to you by Callis.
I think I found it.
Hey guys, this was me on Wildin' Out. I mean, Your Mama. This is me on Your Mama right here. MTV's Your Mama. And,
wait, hang on. I found it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? This is the Swedish. This is working man Tahir. Callis. There you go.
Oh!
Tahir said no on their commercial.
It was gross.
Tahir said it was trash on their commercial. That is the most Tahir shit ever. That's so Tahir that Tahir remembered it as him lying, him saying, oh, it was good. But no, he said it was trash on camera, and they used it.
Shit was trash, bro.
Trev, what's the most random job you could remember doing? I feel like I've heard random stories about you that you told me about, like performing at like the most random places. So like, what was
Trev said he performed in a fucking freezer at an ice cream factory or some shit like that.
You did tell me that.
But that was like a dope show. That was like a cool like LA thing. That wasn't even. I performed at a rehab center. A breast cancer awareness where everybody was like 65 and up. That was real weird. One of the first video I ever, when I first moved to LA, Kev actually, I was maybe like 2 months in at ADD. Kev was like, hey, this guy Spoken Reasons wants to he needs white people for a video. And me working at ADD at the time, I was literally the only dude. So Kev connected me with Spoken Reasons, and this was when Slim Jesus was a thing. Remember him?
Yes.
So Spoken Reasons did a parody on that called Drill Time, and it was shot at Griffith Park. And back then, I was like, oh, yeah, let's get it. I'm so down. And I went there, and it got on World Star, and it had like 2 million views. And sure enough, if you zoom in, it's just literal old me in the back, just Spoken Reasons is just rapping, and just a bunch of just white people behind him. And that was,
really?
yeah.
Well, hang on. So while we're pulling up stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that was just like the first thing I think I like, quote unquote, got booked in, which was just a text of a homie. Yeah, it's called.
Yep, here it is.
Yeah, where was it? 2015.
Wait. I'm gonna pause it.
But it was one of those things where like somebody from my college posted it. It was like, "Hey, yo, Trevor out here. He made it, Hollywood." I'm like, "What?"
Hilarious. There's another dude in All Def that one of the interns, the one that looked like Aladdin.
Yeah.
He was there. Wait. I'm not gonna put the internet through this, but I just want to. Oh shit! I found him. Oh wow, this was a different time, guys. So here is Spoken Reasons.
Yeah.
And the irony of it is that one of the extras became way bigger than Spoken Reasons. That is Trev. Hang on, let me see if you got
like a blue V-neck. It's just very, it was rough. But I remember so pumped on that.
This is hilarious.
I remember the artist Avicii.
Yeah,
he's like a DJ. He had a song called Levels.
Oh yeah.
Who is
this
that?
This is one of the most random things I did. Yes.
That's a massive music video.
Is that you?
Yes, I was the security guard on that one.
You were a security guard?
Yeah.
Because when I was in college, that song was like all of our
football. It was huge.
It was massive.
You know what's so crazy? Like people remembered me for that shit, and I like would buy me free drinks at the bar because they're like, "Yo, you in the video?" I was like, "Yep."
I mean, that was like the song in probably like what 2012, maybe 2013.
Bro, I've done some random jobs, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Here it goes.
One thing I saw to hear was when you were in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you had like a scene. Like that was cool. Like that was something where they couldn't have edited out, but that was a dope like scene right there.
That was one of my favorite things to do because like I was a fan of the show, and they let me bring my own to it. Like it wasn't like even with Insecure, when I did Insecure the first year, it was the finale on the first season, and I was trying to do the line and give it like some flair with me so people could remember, because like you want to like be in fact like I wanted to be like Nikki, like Issa's homegirl with the curly hair. I wanted to like make an impact. They were like, nah, just bring it down a little bit. And I tried again. It's like just a little bit more. And I tried again. They were like, just read it how it is on the paper. I was like, but like with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they like wanted me to be me. So they like got me like saying, "You motherfucker," all of that. They let me like really have my way with it. And I was so appreciative of the fact that they like accepted me. Because like when I went in the audition, that's exactly who they wanted me to be. And I thought the same thing was going to happen when I went in on the audition on Insecure. Because like I was that kid. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And they was like, no, bring that shit down, homeboy. You are forgettable. And I was like, okay.
Yikes! They said that?
No, not obviously they said it like that.
Yeah.
But you it's like you're not the star.
Yup. I just remember driving out to Griffith Park by myself, just being like, I don't even know anybody on this shoot. And like, but at the time Spoken was real big, I think, on YouTube. So I was just stoked to be a part of it. But
that's wild.
I think
he turned the comments off.
Like, projects that we all worked on that we were like pumped on. I mean, even when ADD TV was on MTV2, I was on that for maybe a hot 7 seconds. And I was like, yo, catch me tonight on MTV2.
No, that was a big thing.
I thought we was gonna get way more followers off of that from being like on MTV, but like I think that was in a time where cable was like really just fading out, and more people were more on streaming. Cause like, bro, like I didn't get a bump in followers from that shit at all.
I didn't watch it.
I had to go to my parents' house to watch it because they had cable. I didn't have cable at the time.
I didn't have cable either.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, yo, mom, get a picture of me. And I was like,
that's a damn shame. I couldn't even see it.
I was on, there was this network called Fusion TV, and that was like early on. It was me, Moo, and Ian. We did a sketch.
I'm in Fusion.
And then it got on Fusion. But I remember, like, when you come to LA as a stand-up, all you want is your first credit. So the host would be like, what do you want me to say? But, you know, you can see him on Fusion TV. It's like, what even is that? Yeah, you can see him in the Keller's commercials, you know.
Fusion TV is a hilarious thing to say before you come up. Like
people are just like, what? Is that his YouTube channel? Like, it's
you can see him on Much Music. Like, damn, is that even a channel still?
Yeah, right. When you first come to LA, it's like you want that validation of like, oh, I've done stuff. So I was so stoked to be like Fusion, MTV2, and sometimes comedy clubs will use like my old bio that they find on the internet. And they're like, internet star from Fusion. I'm like, this is not.
Bro, there's so many random bios. Like, I feel like if you just Google your name, there's stuff that you clearly didn't write, that somebody just assembled from random stuff.
Some article online says I have a twin brother and I was born in Florida and I'm probably gay.
What? Wait, where'd the twin brother come from?
I have no idea, but
wow, you're probably gay.
Article. I was like, this is a real.
Wait. How is probably gay in a bio?
It was like, is gay? And then it was like this emoji. It was like,
yo.
What point of view is that bio? Probably gay?
You can look it up. If you type in like Trevor Wallace net worth or something, it was one of the links on there. It was like from Florida, has a twin brother. I was like, where? I've been to Florida once. Where's this coming from?
I've never even seen you post from Florida. But it's funny because like there are bios that say I'm worth like $100 million, and I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah,
where?
I don't know how they get even a ballpark for that. Like, are you friends with my accountant? Where
did you get that? $100 million is just like, all right, well, I'll roll with it.
Right.
Real quick though, I just wanted to shout out my favorite game right now. I'm getting so many messages and comments from people that said that they watch the podcast and they play this religiously now, and I just want to double up on it. Best Fiends has been taking up the majority of my quarantine. You guys are stuck at home. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to watch or play. Download Best Fiends. This is a puzzle game. And it's not for hardcore gamers. This is for literally everybody. This is a 5-star rated game on the App Store. It's completely free to download. But there's 100 million downloads in there and tons of 5-star reviews. It's definitely a must play. I've been playing this game for, I don't know, I want to say we've been playing this for like 6-7 months now. Yeah. And I'm still rocking with Quincy the Spider. I'm very loyal. But I just got a ladybug on the squad that's been throwing hands. If you've never played the game, it's a puzzle game. You're a bunch of bugs with different powers and characters, and you're going through the garden fighting evil slugs off. Hey. Super dope. You know, all the levels are great. They've been changing it up and mixing it up based on what's happening in the world. So like we got a March 17th St. Patty's Day version. Who knows? We might even get a version where the bugs got face masks on. I have no idea. But super dope. It's a unique and exciting puzzle experience unlike any other puzzle game out there. It's like I said, it's always updating, and you're definitely going to find yourself playing in random times. I remember there was a point in time I was cooking and I burnt everything that I had on the skillet because I just got into playing Best Fiends in the middle of the kitchen. Very, very random. And if you have weak Wi-Fi, don't matter. Don't even need internet.
Don't need it.
Don't need it. But yeah, I've been, coming up on level 90. I'm putting in major work. I'm collecting tons of characters, and there's thousands of levels already with new levels, events, and characters added every month. Hours of fun right at your fingertip, and you can play offline. So remember, download it. It's free on the on the App Store, and that's Best Fiends, not Friends. It's without the R. Best Fiends.
Right.
Again, that's Best Fiends. BESTFIENDS.
Grab that today.
All right, let's go ahead and get into this final segment. The conspiracy corner.
Yeah.
Trevor, are you paranoid? Are you somebody who feeds into conspiracies?
In the daytime, no, but at night when I'm laying there with all my thoughts in my head, 1000%.
So basically when you smoke.
Yes.
You just start thinking like, maybe there's something else with this lockdown.
Trevor, are you a bong smoker or you do joints?
Mainly joints. They're so easy, and I get like so many of them just from like anytime like I just do like some show or an event, they just give like so many pre-rolls. It's just like, all right, I just got those.
A word.
Do you roll joints too?
Yeah, they're not as good as the pre-roll ones. They're kind of, they got room. There's a little bit of air in them, and they could be tighter, but
why don't you just use the cones?
That is true. I could just use cones.
I don't like cones. I don't like what's it called?
Cones?
I don't like joints really. Joint papers is just hard to.
This is lighter than blunts. What are you talking about?
It's more mellow, But also blunts are great too. But like the dudes out here with bongs and all that, I'm past those days.
Trevor, I can't see you smoking a blunt. I can't see a blunt hanging off your fingers and you hit
real
like that.
Funny story, real quick. One time at ADD, I was an intern still, and they sent me outside to go get Waka. They're like, "Hey, Waka's ready for his interview. Can you go grab him?" I walk outside, and Waka's with his people. And I walk up. I don't say anything at first, and he just hands me a blunt in the middle of the day. And I was like, "Yeah." And then I hit it. I tried so hard. I felt like a tingle in my. I was like, "Don't fucking cough. Don't fucking cough." I was like, "I think your interview is ready." And then I just like walked in. I was like, and then I just sat at my desk, just being like, "I'm not high at all."
Bro, I smoked with Snoop Dogg once. This was at this weed event that Johnny was like putting on. She helped organize it and got all the comics for the shit. Didn't start on time because it's a weed event, right? So it was like this patio, like on the side of the showroom. And like this was at some spot on La Cienega, bro. When I tell you it was like a picnic table out there, it was like a couple picnic benches and tables and stuff like that. The Snoop was sitting there once, so I sat down next to Snoop. He's rolling up this weed called God's Gift, right? And then like everybody's sitting down with a mound of weed in front of them. And I just sit down next to Snoop, bro. I hit the joint the blunt, because like if Snoop pass you a blunt, what you gonna say? Nah, I'm good. Bro, it's Snoop Dogg. So I hit the first one, the God's Gift. My only goal was to not cough, pass that joint, and then he immediately passed another one. This one was rolled with his weed. Bro, when I tell you that cough trickled out my throat, like that's all it was. That small thing, immediately hot. Immediately.
Yeah, that tingle.
Oh my God. Ears started getting hot. Like it was just I don't see how y'all do that shit, bro.
Well, that's not us. That's rapper weed. There's us, then there's rapper weed, and then there's like Snoop. Like Snoop, I think I don't get it, because I remember, I'll never forget, he came up to All Def to talk to Russell, and I had to shoot it. So it was me in there with Teddy and Slink, and we just somehow got in the rotation. Snoop smoked 2 blunts in his van before he came up. He came up, rolled one up. We smoked that one. I kid you not. Teddy tapped out. Slink tapped out. I've never seen that before. And we were just listening to him talk. They were having a great conversation about like police brutality or something like that. And I could not, their voices faded out. Like I couldn't hear anything. And then for some reason, the loudest thing in the room became my feet. Like I could not hear anything besides my feet. It was so loud, and I don't get it. Like it was just like feet, like in like blasting. I can't even.
Were you tapping your feet on the ground, or was just like?
No, I was sitting cross-legged, but I couldn't hear anything else besides my feet. So I was like, how can I escape? How can I walk out of here without falling? And I like got up and I like kind of like walked out. And then I literally went to the camera room or the equipment room for like 10 minutes. And I was like, I can't do this. I grabbed one of the interns, told him what I was doing. He took over for me and I went home. I could not do anything for the rest of the day. And just to let you know how much of a beast Snoop is, he smoked 2 blunts after that too. So I was just like, fam, you are a different breed. It's not even doable.
Yo, what the fuck? That's so crazy. All right, I'm bad. My bad, Pat. I mean, interrupt the conspiracy.
No worries. This is a real quick conspiracy. So there's a magazine called The Economist. This is not a magazine that I don't know anybody who reads this.
That's the one with the dude sitting, right? He's sitting like with his leg crossed. He got the top hat on. I
don't know. You're talking about. I feel like every cover is different, but it's an international weekly newspaper that it focuses on current affairs, international business, politics, and technology. It's very. I don't know nobody. I literally just read that off the Wikipedia. But the weird thing is it basically talks about how the economy is or is going, and the 2019 version of The Economist not only have the 4 horsemen on the cover, but it has what looks like the Statue of Liberty wearing a face mask. And there's also an animal called the pangolin in the bottom corner, which was reportedly the first host of COVID-19. So I have a couple of pictures, and it's pretty crazy. It's basically like, it's like the rich people knew that this was happening. So this is the cover, and it already kind of looks weird, but kind of close-ups. They put the 4 horsemen up there, and they also put a pangolin. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's super weird. They have like a Statue of Liberty looking thing wearing a face mask, which could also be the Lady Liberty who's in UK, which would also be weird. And it's super weird, but it's like the next one, the one from this year, was this. It says everything's under control. It has a man walking a dog, but then also like this weird godlike hand walking the person. So this kind of started going viral on Twitter. Shout out to Nick Hinton. I found this out through Nick.
What up, Nick?
But it's kind of messed up. Like, is there anything about this COVID-19 like lockdown media scare that comes off as suspicious to you guys?
I'm steadily surprised every time The Simpsons is right. Like,
I was literally just gonna say I didn't
right like 3 different times.
I don't know.
We need to contact whoever wrote The Simpsons and be like, "Yo, what else we got to look forward to?" So we know.
And then look, another thing that's on there. It looks like Pinocchio with a big nose. Insinuating what? Lies.
Yeah, but you could put that on anything.
Right.
You could put that on like a jar of oat milk and be like, it's not really made from oats, and then put Pinocchio, and they're like, lies.
Well, that's what Pinocchio represents, lying.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's a picture of Mount Krakatoa. You know how like they be having some wild names. There's a picture of that on the cover, and that recently just erupted. I didn't know that till just now. This was like right on. I'm going through the Twitter thread. But I don't know. Is there anything that you guys are suspicious of? Do you think that this is kind of just what it is, or do you think there's some underlying craziness?
A lot of people are saying that, like, I talked to somebody and it was like they had a vaccine or something ready for this, like back in 2019. They're just like trying to put the fear in front of everybody, or get everybody afraid of what's going on, so they can like implant you with the chip or all of that type of stuff. But it's like, normally I would, possibly entertain the idea and do some research on that. But there are so many companies that are losing money and so many companies that will be like greatly affected by this. When it comes to money, like I feel like the government, I don't put the government past looking at us as expendable, right? Like we could be collateral damage. Like, all right, yeah, 3 million people have to die, but we stand to profit $18 trillion off of this shit, right? But once companies start losing money, like companies that I know big, big cats on Wall Street are investing in, once they start losing major money, then I don't like the idea of that being like some plot or something, or some cover up or some conspiracy kind of goes out the window, because everything is motivated by money. So even if the big wigs are losing money, I'm like, nah, this might be real, bro.
Yeah, once they announced stimulus checks, I was like, all right, this is a real thing. Like they're putting money on. They would have been like, it's a prank by now,
Like,
no, they couldn't do that.
It's a prank.
Even when the NBA shut down and Tom Hanks got it, because everybody was like, yeah, they're paying celebrities to say this shit. Like, I still was kind of not on the fence, but I'm like, just kind of weighing it. But once they said in LA that they weren't going to enforce parking enforcement anymore, like they street cleaning and all that shit, I was like, oh shit, this is real. Because LA is not gonna miss out on money. Like they like parking tickets, expired meter ticket out here is $65. $67 for street cleaning. Like they make money.
Damn, I just paid a ticket. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like once they said that, I was like, oh, this shit's real. Because they're giving up money. They're leaving money on the table for public health and public concern. I was like, okay, this shit real.
Okay, I agree, but I do want to just poke the hornet's nest, if I will. So I was pretty much on board until things like dumb stuff. Like it seemed like there was a lot of media scares and stuff like that. They were even showing pictures on Twitter that was like a picture of a medical facility that was like super packed and like busy in New York, and then one that was in like London or something like that, and they side by sided them, and they were like, the media was reporting them separately, but it was the same facility. So there was just like, and I did see a couple of people who like went up to certain medical things that were on the line on the TV saying that they were like super backed up and had lines out the window and were testing, and they went up there and it was completely empty, and they were like trying to like expose certain things. So there is like some weird stuff happening, but it didn't get weird for me until like Tiger King became the #1 show on Netflix, and then all of a sudden there were headlines of like, a tiger has COVID in New York, and it's like, why the fuck are we testing tigers for COVID? It's just like, it was just weird stuff like that. Like all of a sudden tigers are like getting coronavirus when Tiger King is it's just weird stuff like that. You guys don't be looking into stuff like that?
I saw an article that said Joe Exotic had coronavirus, and I was like, what? Like, has anybody heard from him? Is he okay?
He's in prison, so that might be true.
I mean, there's just so much going on. It's hard to tell what's real and what's not. It's just like, you just kind of take it with your own perspective at this point.
I was just thrown off by the fact that like they're saying like we were at a shortage for tests and they were testing animals. It's like, why y'all testing animals if humans don't have? And I get it, like tigers are a endangered species. There's a larger population of tigers actually like in cage than there is in the wild. But it's like, initially y'all said that animals could not contract the disease. Like initially that was the thing. It's like, you don't have anything to worry about. Animals aren't contracting the disease, all that stuff. Like, whose idea was it to test this tiger? And why are y'all doing that? And there aren't enough tests to go around for the public. So
yeah, that's super weird to me. Last question though, and this is just the ultimate conspiracy theorist wet dream. New World Order. Do you believe in it? Because we've been hearing about that for almost decades, that some big thing is going to happen that's going to be able to connect all the major powers on the highest level into one government. Do you think that, A, is that something that's true at all? And B, if so, then is this something that has to do with it? Because it's weird. At the same time as this happening, we're also hearing more information about this whole chip that's being implanted in people. Like, it's all happening kind of at the same time. And, a year ago, this would sound like a conspiracy, but, I just took a walk the other day. I mean, like, an hour ago, and like everybody outside has masks. It's kind of surreal. So do you guys see that as something that can happen?
Yeah, but not like how like movies portray it, where it's like insane. I don't know. I think nothing will be the same after this, but somebody said it best. It was like when 9/11 happened in New York, it just, things went back to normal, but it didn't feel right.
Yeah.
So this will kind of be like, it'll go back to normal, but it won't really feel right. But I think once we can like leave the house and have our freedom back, I think for the most part we'll kind of go back to our normal ways. And like if the government's like, you still need to wear a mask in the year, we'll be like, nah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just me. It's too hard to say.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's always been the want for control. Like, who wouldn't want to be running the country and everybody just falls in line with what you say? Like, and that's just like from a standpoint of just not trusting politics. Like, I never felt like politics were always in the best nature for like the people. I feel like they don't. So I feel like people start off with that mindset, like, I'm really going to serve the people. But then once you get in there, it's kind of hard to change the machine. Like, one person can't change the machine. Like, if that's used to doing in this way, you can't, like, one person can't get them to go the opposite direction, especially like when you got lobbyists, you got special interest people, you know, dropping off money. Like, if somebody gives you something, like, I always think of it like jail. All right, so like with politicians, they'll get special interest groups and they'll try to convince them to pass this motion or, you know, loosen the restrictions on this certain thing, and they'll give them, they can't accept gifts, but they can like accept donations and shit like that. And it's kind of like with jail. Like when I was a teacher in jail, like you couldn't accept gifts from the employees. I mean, not the employees, but the inmates. So some of the inmates would do art and stuff like that, and like just dope ass shit. Like, it was some really talented people in jail, but like once you accept one thing from them, now they got that over your head forever. And so like at any point they can switch you with like, yo, I need you to do this for me. Like, I'm not doing that for you. Like, well, remember that time I did this for you? You know that was against the rules. So now if you won't do this for me, then I'll just tell that I did this for you and you didn't stop it. So I always think of like special interest groups and lobbyists like that. Like once you accept that one gift, then they got you by the balls, and you kind of have to play ball with whatever they want. And so when you start, you might start off on like the right track, but within 3 to 5 years, you're part of the machine. You came in with these grandiose ideas of how you're going to change it and really be for the people. But now you're just one of the ones in line, just moving it along and, you know, moving in the special interest groups' favor, moving in big Wall Street's favor and all of this shit. And like, it just kind of makes it hard to trust that the government is out for our best interest. So yes, I think that New World Order is always a game plan. I'm always thinking like, yeah, I just don't trust them, because you don't know what kind of deals are being made behind these closed doors. I always think of like, they're always going to do what provides the best benefit from them and the best outcome from them. And that's why I always felt like Bernie Sanders would never get elected, because his agenda was too free-minded. It was too equal. Like he wanted to serve and right and rectify all the wrongdoing that had come to the African-American community. And I get that and I appreciate that. But you got to think about it from this white person's standpoint. Black people make up 12% of the United States. White people make up probably like 75 or 70 to 80% of it. Like, whose interests are you really going to serve? The majority, right? And I'm not saying that shit is not wrong or fucked up, but I'm saying like, if the powers that be are in the majority, they're going to look out for the majority. And that's just the way it is. So I would never doubt that the New World Order and all of that is like a real thing. Right. I would never doubt that. I'm sorry, guys. I went off on that tangent, but when you go in that rabbit hole.
That's true. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's what keeps my mind open to conspiracy theories. Is just like, well, at the end of the day, like, what, y'all trust the government? Like, is it far-fetched to think they're lying to you? So that's just what I'd be thinking. But
they're just as dirty as anybody back behind the government. So you have, even when this all gets cured and there's a day that we can be free, this and that, we don't know what got us to that point. Like, how dirty are the workers? So to Tahir's point, we don't know what we owe these people because we got this. So like, I think we're all going to be in a little hostage situation of like, we're free because we owe Switzerland X, Y, and Z. Just on some like, we're never going to know how we truly got to where we're.
Bro, you got to think about it like, yes, this could have been evolution because there's a different flu strain every year and viruses mutate every year. Like that's a real thing. However, so was syphilis. So was the Tuskegee experiment. Like they willingly and knowingly injected blacks with syphilis just for the study of this disease. Not rodents, right? Not people who volunteered, but literally people in the South who were uneducated, unaware, unbeknownst to them that they were being injected with this disease. They were thinking they were getting a vaccine and getting money for this. And they were literally just injecting people with syphilis. People went blind, people died, all of this type of stuff. So when you think about everything that the government has done, like under cloak and dagger, it's like, this is not far-fetched to think that this was a man-made disease that somehow got exposed to the public. And now they're trying to like clean up their mess and like, fuck, they hadn't got everything under control before it was released, and somehow it got released, and now they're trying to like clean up and do caution control. But it's like, this could very well be a man-made disease. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't turn a blind eye to the idea of this being a man-made disease that somehow got out and now it's affecting everybody. Now they're scrambling, trying to get a hold of it. Because, I mean, look at the past, bro. Look at the past. Look at the way they're handling it. Like they said that they're putting dead bodies on the island in New York every day because they're out of space. Like, this shit is crazy, bro.
Hey, settlers, now that you think about it, like, yeah, look at the past. Settlers used to give infected blankets to the natives as chemical warfare. They would put like, what was it? I forget what they gave to them. Whether it was
smallpox? When the smallpox?
It was something like that, like smallpox. Yeah. They would put those on the blanket to be like, here you guys go. And it would just start. That's been a thing in American history. That's where we started, actually. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, anybody out there that's interested, make sure you guys check out The Economist, the last year's cover, this year's cover, and come to your own conclusions. I'm pretty much just stating what the conspiracy theorists are saying online. I'm just entertaining it. So I'm not saying it's true or not, or false, but check it out yourself. But yeah, that's been another episode of Damn Internet You Scary. I want to thank our guest, Trevor Wallace.
Hey man, we got Trevor Wallace on the show, man. The fuck?
Trevor Wall.
Hey, we big time, bro. We got Trevor Wallace. Trevor's been selling out. Before this COVID-19 shit, Trevor was selling out shows, ladies and gentlemen. Look at those dimples, man. Look at this guy. Look at this sexy guy right here, man. Look at this guy.
Great. Yeah, man. It was just so, like, the momentum, I didn't realize what I was on until, like, you're literally gone. And then I had to cancel, like, college shows and, like, tour shows. But, you know, it makes me reflect on what I had. And, you know, just knowing you guys through all this and where we all started from is always cool just to see the ADD stuff. And it's still crazy because people will be like, yo, I saw you in an all-dep what's that channel? I saw you on a video. I was like, yeah, that's like where I came from. You know, so it's cool to see people find out where people come from. And I think ADD is one of those things that when in 10 years from now, everybody's going to be like, oh, they all came from this channel and then did different things. So
with this quarantine, tell the people what kind of content they can look forward from you now that you're like shifting your style for this quarantine.
It's kind of like a mixture of relatable stuff with the quarantine going on right now. I just put out a video this morning on my YouTube. I was just like one of the early videos I did was about like when Bitcoin was big and then just like how people act when they get rich off that. This one is just like when the stimulus check hits.
Right.
The same character just flexing. So just shit like that, it's just like really digestible stuff that's not going to make you think about the pandemic really going on. So I did a video where I interviewed myself as a Purell hand sanitizer bottle. So
I saw that. Yeah, that's funny.
Everybody's kind of taking the same road for the most part of like the jokes, you know, so I'm trying to just kind of find what hasn't been touched on.
Right.
Did you guys get your stimulus check? Did y'all post already?
Not yet.
No.
I got mine yesterday, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. It said pending all day, and that joint deposited today. Farron got hers too, so yeah, they got it. They coming. I can vouch for the fact that they actually are coming. I just want to let people know real quick for those that are fans and subscribers to my YouTube channel. BT Kingsley's episode was supposed to come out tomorrow, which is Wednesday. For those that are watching this on Thursday, it would have been yesterday, but we're pushing that to next week because we actually have T.I. doing a live episode of Where It Gets Hard tomorrow. Live is going to be 2 p.m. Central. I'm sorry, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, I'm messing it all up. 2 p.m. Western time, Pacific Standard Time. It's 5 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you tune into that. I'm going to post a flyer right after we get off this live. But yeah, man, we got T.I.P. King of the South, Rubber Band Man. It's going down on wording is hard, man. So excited about that.
It was great.
Hey.
Congrats on that. And I want to get you guys on my podcast, Stiff Socks.
Stiff
Hey,
socks.
let us know whenever, bro. Ready to pull up.
So when that whole 6 feet apart thing is kicked to the, it's out of here. Let's do it.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Damn Internet You Scary. I have been your co-host, Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Tahir Moore.
We will
And we'll
see
see you next time on the next show. Peace.
Peace. Thanks for having me.
All right.